And this is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show. On the Donna Smith Show. And this is how we do it. And this is how we do it. And this is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show. Yes. What's going on, grown folks? How y'all doing?
I'm good, y'all.
I'm good.
Y'all doing good? This is your hostess with the most, Donna Smith, aka Lady D. We are live tonight. We are a few minutes behind, but bear with us, you guys. We have had a couple of I'm just gonna say technical difficulties, and we have some great panel members here today, and I think it's going to be one or two others joining in as we go along. But I'd like to welcome Gareth and JJ, and he got a new name. Make it happen. Make it happen. Okay, that's what I don't know what we got to ask. What we want. You want us to call you John or make it happen? We can change it. We can change it. And Cordell, nice to have you tonight. And I want to just welcome everyone to our show where we do grown folk table talk. And you guys got to excuse me. I got the neck up today because it's kind of chilly right now. For some reason, I'm a little cold. But as I get warmer, it'll zip down a little bit. You know how it is. But I just want to say welcome. And before we do our toast with the hostess with the mostest, I like to say that we are here to talk about some things, you guys. Some grown folk talk, some real talk. And nothing is, check out Mr. Make It Happen.
Hey, y'all. I had to do some stuff going
Anything
on.
we talk about is not meant to offend anyone. We're not meant to offend anyone, okay? This is just grown folk table talk fun. Our topics, our feedback, our debates, whatever you may call it. It's just having real time, real life fun. And I want to welcome and thank everyone who is tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We love it when you tell a friend and they can come by and see us next week. All right. And also, before we get started, let's hold up our cups, you guys. Come on. And this is how we do it. And this is how we do it. There go that doggone coffee mug. Cordell, you know what? You can't be playing now. Everybody got to hold up something.
I got some.
Here's the water, okay?
Okay, hold it up. Okay, you hold it up. Okay, we'll leave you like this right now. You may be incognito, but when you do come to life, you just hold it up, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Plank. Yes, there we go. Y'all, I wanted to say happy post-Thanksgiving to everyone. I hope that I'm just so real. I'm just drinking. Look, let me tell y'all, I had this big old water thing, a Buddha. Y'all heard of those Buddha, the big one, the big silver one you see me drinking out of sometimes? I left it at my daughter's house and I'm so depressed about it because I would drink out of that all the time to make sure I was getting my, hydration on. And so now I'm kind of stuck with this little plastic thing. It ain't as fun. And I'm not driving way back over there to her right now. So I'll get it when I get it. But anyway, I wanted to say happy post-Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving and was safe and had your drinky drink and your eat and all that and your family time and all of that stuff. I hope it went wonderful for you. Did you guys have a good one? Did you have a good one?
Yeah, everything's good.
It was cool.
Did you get the sweet potato pies? Anybody make some sweet potato pies?
It was pies.
Patty LaBelle's sweet potato pie don't taste too bad. Somebody had.
Oh my God!
Somebody brought us Patty LaBelle sweet potato pie to the house over there, and I'm like, Patty's, because I had never really tried it. I had heard that it was all right, but it's not really bad. Y'all ever try it?
Yes.
Oh, you don't like it?
I won't never eat it again.
It's not bad. Now I didn't say it was good. Well, it's not really bad. It can have some things missing. You need a little bit more.
Somebody mixed it in on the counter And good Lord, I had already been eating sweet potato pie, homemade sweet potato
Yeah.
pie. And I went to go get me a piece. And, I was getting some stuff. And I said, I grabbed this other piece. I got later, to eat it was something to take home. I said, I'm about to go eat that little slice of sweet potato pie. Boy, I've been in there, boy.
It's not the same, but it's not.
It's like, I don't
It
know.
wasn't
It
bad,
was
John. You
sweet.
can't say
It
it's
was
bad.
really sweet. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, some folks like the sweetness, I guess. For me, put it this way, I ain't gonna say it's bad. For me,
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it based, and that could just be because
I
my
mean,
taste
it's
buds.
like it's the only thing going when you ain't really got time to get in
Only
the
thing
kitchen and really
going.
whip it up old style. If you don't, I mean, every store that I was in, I saw nothing but pumpkin. I don't know why they
You
keep
better
bouncing
go to
pumpkin
Nations.
pies. Why do they think we as a people like pumpkin pies? Who told them that?
You better go to Nations.
Yeah,
I've
Nations
had
have
pumpkin
something
pie
good.
before.
Nations
Pumpkin
is good.
pie.
Now Nations is good.
Some people can
I-
make some good oh, go. I'm sorry. Go, JJ.
It's all good. I was saying I've had pumpkin pie before, and it's better than that patty pie.
Yeah, the patty pumpkin pie. Y'all stop talking about Patty, but I mean, I'm gonna say it wasn't bad. I didn't say that, Patty. Patty, if you watching, I didn't say it was bad.
Patty's a great singer. Okay.
Yeah, she's a beautiful,
She's a great
wonderful,
singer.
talented
Nobody's
singer.
ever gonna take that away from her.
You know what, JJ?
Let's get some
need
like
to
patty
stop.
greens or something. Let's try something else. We
No.
just do patty greens and cornbread.
But you know what?
patty-
Them patty pies was going on at first because they used to have them little ones too. But this was somebody had bought a big one, a 9-inch.
It was a rage. It was a rage because the name, everybody jumped on it. The rage was on it. And now how many times you hear them advertising patty pies now?
When I want a good pie that I can't make, I'm like John said, I gotta give Nations its props. Nation puts his foot in some pies. I haven't tasted one bad pie at Nations yet, and I've tried a few, but they do pretty good. If you really just want to go there, unless you go to a real good soul food restaurant.
Hickory Pit used to do good pies.
Who?
I don't know if they still do pies. That Emery, whatever it's called, Hickory Pit. It has a first name, like something's Hickory Pit, and they did pies as well.
Donna Smith Hickory Pit.
If you say so.
I don't know. I ain't never.
But I know you never heard of the Hickory Pit. Nobody never heard of the Hickory Pit.
I've never heard of the Hickory Pit, but it sounds like
They heard of it, Cordell?
It sounds like it would taste better than patty pie.
No, I haven't. But when you get a pie, John, go on and split it up.
And y'all lived in the Bay.
Split it up into 6 ways and give us one. Give us a cyber piece.
And Nations only split their pies in quarters.
Yeah, but I like to buy the little round one. I don't need a whole big old pie.
The only thing they sell now.
The little personal one.
Now they sell their sweet potato. Their sweet potato personals are like this at Nations.
I know.
They're not them little ones.
I know.
They like that. And because they don't do the full pie, only like right now, seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
But throughout the year, they do the other ones because they didn't even used to. They used to do some little small tart ones.
I've had them.
That's it.
I gotta unmute. Who was that? That's muted. Oh, Cordell is muted. Okay, Cordell, you're muted. Okay, you gotta unmute yourself when you get ready. But so the pies. I said next year for sure. I'm gonna be in the kitchen making my own little pies, and if I don't have it here, wherever I go, I'm gonna take a pie or two because I really did miss, the past couple of years, like I said in another video, I really haven't had the time to focus on doing anything like that around the holidays because it's been a lot going on. I usually have to work the day after. I'm an early commuter. I got to get up at 5 a.m. So the day after Thanksgiving, and you did all that cooking and had folks mess up your house and everything else, and you got to get up at 5 in the next morning. That don't work for me. So, and then the first couple of years, my mother and situations like that. So, I think, hopefully next year, if I'm able to be at home the day after, I like to do a few things. But anyway, so I missed that good old sweet potato pie this year. I really do, but I hope that you guys had a good one. Me personally, I had all kinds of meat where I was. My daughter, hats off to you, baby girl. You did that, man. The apple don't fall far from the tree, y'all. But anyway, she did that. We had chitlins, we had neck bones, we
Yeah,
had
I saw her videos.
oxtails,
I saw her
we
story.
had roast, we had ham, we had turkey. Now that's all the meats. That ain't including the bean. I mean the greens. That ain't including the sweet potato yams, the macaroni and cheese. You know what I'm saying? And it was something else that was in there. I didn't forget right now. But baby girl threw it down. Okay. So I just want to say hats off to my baby. And we enjoyed the family time. I tried to eat some meat a little bit. Didn't work out. Didn't work out for a sister. Now I'm gonna let this doctor know whatever y'all got to test or do, y'all figure it out. Because I can't go the rest of my life just not eating no kind of meat. I like seafood, fish, something, chicken. I like a little, I don't have to do no pork, but I like to have a little something, But I'm just still having a hard time with this. And I need to find out if my diaphragm is not closed too tight, because it may have been sutured a little too tight from what I hear. But anyway, so you guys had a good one. Everything great?
Yes.
Everything cool?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
You guys got anything to share? Anything lovely to share over your last week? Did you get beat up in the parking lot for Black Friday or what?
I don't participate in Black Friday, but I participated in going live on TikTok and I got up to 1,000 followers. So I'm trying to get my followers. Yeah, I'm trying to get my followers up.
Hey, JJ, now tell me this. Were you dancing? Or what was you doing?
No, I did one of those it's like a networking thing on TikTok. You go on somebody's live and you big them up, you give them prizes, and in turn they tell you go follow this guy. And so I got up to like 1,000 followers that way.
Oh boy, that's what I'm talking about.
Now I can go
one
live.
of your goals was to get to get that up, and looks like it's working out for you. And I still haven't. I peek in on not discrediting TikTok for you guys who are TikTok folks. That's right on. I peeked at some stuff and I've gotten a lot of laughs, but I haven't per se tried to TikTok myself. For one thing, it's a little too short for me. I'll be having a lot more to say and do. And you only get what? What did you get? A couple of minutes or something like that?
No, they moved it. They raised it. You now can talk for 10 minutes.
Oh, you do get 10.
Yeah, you can get 10 minutes now. So you can go.
Oh, they're giving people 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just.
Well, I still ain't TikTok. I don't know. Cordell, you TikTok yet?
No, ma'am.
I know that's kind of you, Gareth. You TikTok?
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's the thing. It's going on, and I don't know. I don't know how successful it is. I think some have actually grew their business and stuff with little TikTok. I see some stuff with hairdos, cut, weaves, all kinds of stuff they're doing in a quick amount of time to give you the idea of what their business is about. And they have gotten a lot of hits based on their TikTok,
There's elderly people on there, believe it or not. It's not just limited to my demographic and younger. It's a lot of older people on there.
I seen this older lady, I forget her name, but she was cussing like a TikTok. I mean, she was cussing somebody out in that video.
Yeah, they're starting to allow cuss words, but it depends. It's on how you cuss, because you could get a violation and lose your account. So you got to be careful.
So they do have limitations.
They have limitations, but I guess it depends on what circles you're around, and because there's people who will snitch on you.
Okay.
So I'm trying to keep myself.
And so, what about the Black Friday? You guys get any Black Friday deals? Anybody go out to the shows and the stores and get punched or anything like that? Because 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, people be kind of fierce. I didn't get into that. I'm not feeling A1 to be doing all that, but I have years before, and I heard they still are out there. They were out there that time of morning. A lot of people are doing more online cyber stuff. Instead of the rush in the stores, but some just love that rush. They love that parking lot fighting and bumping into each other and all that, being in long lines. But it is some exceptional deals. You do get some good deals on some things, but I just wanted to know if any of you guys had been in there with the bum rush.
I mean, there are some deals that you can get online. I
Mhm.
don't know anything about the in-store deals, and
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that people get an adrenaline rush out of that to just
They
go
do.
and be chaotic and carefree and just fighting
And they
over
make new
items in the
friends.
store.
They make new friends, and
Or you make a friend for that day and then you get your item and y'all not friends no more because you ran out the store with it,
right.
however it play out. So
Yeah.
kudos to those who do it, but I couldn't put my energy on that. Just all that consumerism. I just feel
Yeah,
like,
that consumerism is right. And then you also have the Starbucks, which is my favorite, that is always open. I mean, I don't even know when Starbucks closed. I have not had a holiday yet that Starbucks will close. Now they have on some days, like did a half a day. I don't know if that was Christmas or what, but usually they are open. And Starbucks was open to greet the Black Friday rush. They was out there. So yeah, kudos to my Starbucks. Okay. And what about our 49ers, you guys? Yay! Our Niners. Yeah. Did they whoop that butt today?
The
Against the
defense,
Saints. They
the
went on.
defense did good.
I mean, that's like what is that? What you call it? A blowout? What you call it when the other team does
Shut up.
a shutout? When the other team gets 0 and they shut them out today.
Yeah, the defense was on top of their game.
Yeah.
The
I'm proud of
offense
them. They didn't win the last.
was okay.
Haven't they won like the last 3 games?
4.
The last 4 games. So they on the road. I think we on the road of doing some things, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And did you guys see on Twitter hashtag what you say, Yay 24 or Ye 24? Kanye West. What is that? YE? What is it? Yay Ye?
well, his name is Kanye, so he just shortened it to Yay.
Yay 24 hashtag Yay 24 on Twitter. Kanye for president in 2024. I had to bring that up again because Lord have mercy, he didn't put it out there on the real. He didn't put it out there. And John, I did get your post today. I was gonna try to. I mean, you sent me something about the ex-president talking about Kanye. I thought they was partners. I mean, buddies.
No, he said it was Kanye's fault.
Yeah, it was Kanye's fault that what's his name came to the dinner.
Nick what's his name? Fuentes
Ferguson or somebody.
Fuentes or something was at the
yeah. And I'm saying, wait a minute, I thought they was buddies. at one time. The president, what's that guy name? Ex-president Trump and Kanye. I thought that they was like cool.
They might be playing the public. They might be creating this story so that they can compete against each other. So it could be Kanye West versus Donald Trump.
That's probably all it's gonna be if it be that, because I don't think nobody else want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. I don't even think they want to be in that. I really don't think. It may be another candidate that will step, but I really don't think nobody want to be in that ring. I just don't. It's gonna be a circus.
Isn't it already kind of a circus anyway?
Well, it's gonna be circus 2. You know how you have sequel 1, sequel 2. Yeah. Okay, moving right along, y'all. I just had to bring that up. I thought that was kind of hilarious when I saw that hashtag Yay 24.
The elephant and donkey circus. Mm-hmm.
Because he was kicked off of Twitter. So now he's back on Twitter hashtagging, and under the Yay 20. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and he just got,
because they let him back on, right?
He being backed. He just said that's Elon Musk, whatever. Elon
Musk.
Musk. They just announced how he's backing Trump
Wow.
in the elections.
That's crazy. Well,
Or in
okay, y'all.
his candidacy, rather.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Cordell, you have anything to say about that? I mean, yeah.
We talking about who?
Talking
Mr.
about
Orange?
Kanye. I'm talking
Mr.
about
Orange?
the president, him and Trump, 24 running.
I'll put it this way. Kanye's, he just, he knows what he's doing, but he shouldn't be in the politics. Stick to the music.
Stick to the music, baby. Stick to the
Yeah,
music,
stick to
baby.
the
Stick
music.
to the music, baby.
Same with Patti LaBelle with them pies.
You know what? Stop messing with her pies. Stop messing with them pies.
You know what?
Okay, y'all doing too much.
I always
Stop.
believed when Kanye started talking at first, a lot of these guys be puppets, for them. I don't know if he's a setup or what, if they pulling some kind of scam or what.
Those two, huh? Those
Because
two.
even them votes that, even if someone was to vote for him and say it came down towards the end, all that goes towards that other candidate, So, I mean,
It could be like a publicity stunt or something like
it
that.
could be all kind of
That's what I
junk,
was trying to say.
but it could be
Yeah.
also a way to set up the votes. That's why they tell you never. People say, "Oh, I didn't mark nothing." Well, you got to be careful doing that because whoever wins that, whatever side, when they do the electoral or whatever,
They get that vote, right?
yeah, you got to be
Yeah.
careful, But
So it's
I,
best to just mark something.
I don't
Mark
trust
one.
nothing. It could be a combination of all that in one bowl. Like what
Yeah.
JJ just said about uh publicity or whatever
Yes.
and all that junk and when everybody's saying just all in one bowl.
Exactly.
It's just a bunch of punch.
It's quite interesting. Well, we got a little time, but this year is almost over, and they'll be doing some campaigning before we know it. You know what I'm saying? So wow. And I was reading something. Here's a health tip. I was reading something in BZ News. I just kind of briefly saw this and it kind of tickled me somewhat, but they were saying that Snoop Dogg says that you put your fully rolled joint into the microwave for 11 seconds.
Wow.
Which he says that this helps trap all the ingredients inside the weed that gives you it's a chemical thing. You can Google it. It'll tell you all these chemical breakdown compounds. This binds with that, whatever. And I just found that quite interesting. Have you guys heard anything about putting your weed in the microwave?
I've never heard of that. And
Neither have I.
And
That's
my
crazy.
concern is this is why I say about a lot of
It's
this
real though.
weed.
You need to Google it.
Well,
It's
like a
real.
lot of this weed, all this chemical, they up here growing all these
Chemical.
flavors and all this junk, and all this chemical is in this whatever they're growing.
chemical.
And yeah, and they putting it inside the god dog microwave and talking about they causing chemical reaction.
Yes.
I was telling some youngster before about smoking that thing, and I said I took a lighter to the bud and it just passed it over the bud, and it was sounding like Rice Krispie cereal. And I said, that's nothing but all the god dog chemicals in there popping through that stuff. Wow. That's
but
why
I wanted to share because
I never heard
if
that.
you guys on the panel, I'm not trying to tell the world to try this, but I would say look it up for yourself. It was on BZ News, Benzinga News, and they had an article on this, and it breaks it down with the chemicals and how it does this and that. So it's not something he just made up in his head. It's truly a fact according to what I read with the chemicals and stuff. But if anybody tries that, I really like to know.
I would too. And I would say to each their
11
own.
seconds though. 11 seconds.
No, there'll be somebody out there that'll put it in there for 1 minute and 11 seconds. There's somebody out there.
So
Don't
they
put it in
made a
there for no
mistake.
1 minute. Your
See,
joint may
see,
explode.
see,
Now they not putting
see.
the whole thing. They put in the road, anyway. But I'm not trying to be an advocate of drugs. I'm just saying I found that very interesting. Never had heard anything like this. And I know a lot of people do smoke marijuana for medicinal purposes and just mental stability issues, just to chillax. Some people have anxiety and they need that marijuana for whatever reasons.
Well,
And but
it's still
microwaving it,
Schedule
I
One.
don't think so.
At least microwave some good bud. Don't microwave no chemical infused bud, because
I just
Because it
found
got
that.
strawberry flavors. I'm taking the strawberry flavor out, put it in the microwave.
I just wonder, but does cigarettes have the same effect? Would you put a cigarette in the microwave? We got to think about
I mean, I don't know. Tobacco may have different components as marijuana.
I guess it
and marijuana have that
activates
HTC
the
or whatever you call it.
whatever they call it, the
HTC
cannabinoids.
and something about the HTCA and the chemical compound is different from tobacco. Okay, so yeah, when you read it and go more in depth, you'll be able to see the breakdown.
What about when you microwave a blunt? Like if you had a blunt wrap, for example, that's wrapped, so that's weed wrapped in tobacco, which is common.
So a blunt is not a joint no more? What is a blunt?
No, I don't know. Like,
a blunt is not a joint.
No, it's not a joint.
A blunt is a cigarette?
No, it's tobacco. It's weed wrapped in tobacco. So I'm just like,
So you gonna add the tobacco
people
into
might
your
try
weed
a whole bunch
and
of
roll it
different
into
stuff.
a
It might
cigarette.
not just be centralized on just the paper zigzag joint. People might venture off and roll up some notebook paper and let's try with notebook paper. We don't know what people might try. The possibilities are endless. So
Cheech and Chong.
Wow, that's a trip. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a really big.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't do the weed.
I'm just.
But the blunt, I always thought a blunt was a joint, but a joint is not a blunt. So a joint is just a rolled little thing of weed. And then you have the blunt, and then you have the thing that they. Now I was at this party and they had this thing brought to the table, the big, what you call it?
Hookah.
Bong.
The hookah, right?
Yeah.
They ordered a hookah, $50 for hookah, and they had some stuff in there and everybody was smoking it. So I asked this lady, I say, so tell me, what is it actually that you get from that? What does this do? Are you guys smoking weed? Is it making you high? And to my surprise, she said it was just tobacco. And she said, no, it's just tobacco. I say, well, can't you just smoke a cigarette? Because she had spent $50 for this thing, and it was her and a few other people, and they had different tips they used, and they was hitting it. I was under the impression that was marijuana or something. Are you telling me that that's not marijuana?
I'm not an expert, so I don't know.
You haven't did hookah?
No, they got the hookah lounges. It's not marijuana.
So what are you doing? Why? What are you doing?
I want to know what everybody's doing.
I want to know, it's something in the hookah. It has to be something in the hookah to make you.
Well, there's some type, when people smoke, you get a little rush anyway.
You can smoke a Newport.
Who wants that mentholated American chemical, everything else in there?
Well, aren't they getting that with a hookah? What's
the cardboard box?
But I think it's made of something different.
What's the difference?
Google it, JJ. I think it's made of something different.
Oh yeah, I do have my computer right here. I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, do you know, Garrett? Do you know you ever had a hookah?
No.
I mean, I was amazed because I asked her, I said, well, it was a nice little, and then when they puff on it, this little liquid stuff is bubbling. And I say, what is that marijuana? I know it's legal. And she was like, oh no, it's nothing but smoke. I said, well, how much did that cost? She said $50.
I guess you're gonna be hollering $50.
According to the According to the CDC website, because that's the first page that popped up. It's flavored tobacco. Through the hookah is water pipes, and the
It's like
tobacco,
a bomb, right?
Yeah.
so, and then the smoke is the tobacco is different flavors like apple, mint, cherry, chocolate, coconut, licorice, cappuccino, and watermelon.
Yeah, it's
That's
like a bomb.
summarized.
So it's a
They
liquid.
got more
It's
flavors
a
than that.
liquid. That's the
Right.
bubble. That's the liquid I saw, and it's a flavor. So it's a flavored tobacco that you're just inhaling and getting that taste in your mouth, and that's it.
Because it's a water pipe, it filters through the water, and they're taking up that smoke and
So that
flavor and
makes
everything
it
else.
what? It makes it safer. I'm trying to
I
understand.
don't know.
Well, you're talking about
according to what I
people that
read
don't
here,
smoke. I don't think any of us really smoke, so we
yeah,
don't have the answer.
from what I'm reading, according to the CDC, it could cause cancer, just like any other tobacco product.
Yeah, I would think so. You're puffing.
Well,
your
I bet it
ingesting
will cause
smoke.
cancer.
So,
Well,
They're inhaling smoke. I see smoke coming out of the mouth when they blow and all that. They're inhaling smoke. When you're inhaling smoke, it's going to your lungs, whether it's marijuana, whether it's tobacco, whether it's hookah.
JJ, water pipe smoking versus cigarette smoking.
Hmm.
You know what?
Yeah.
JJ
Well,
said
Donna,
he's-
let me ask you this: what drove you to attend this function of a hookah bar?
Well, actually, it was a restaurant. It was a birthday celebration, and it was a restaurant, a very nice restaurant. It was they had wonderful food, DJ, music, all that, and that was one of the things on the menu that you could order, like with the drink menu, because you
So
had
was you-
alcohol. You could order. Then you could order the hookah. That's not the first place lately I've went to that had that. There is certain hookah places you can go to too, where they got a lot of that going on. But at
What
this
was the
place,
menu
it
like?
was on the menu.
Was it Indonesian food, Vietnamese food? Was it American food? What was the menu like?
It was a southern soul food place.
Wow. Okay. That's twist.
It was a soul food restaurant, very tasty. I don't want to blast out the name of the place, but it was a very, very fun dancing, very good food, very good drinks. Everything was on point. And then they had that you could order, and it was like $50. And I was like, the lady next to me was like, and her and 4 other people, they was getting down with it. And I'm like, what the heck? I had to just ask these questions because I've never experienced doing anything like that and don't want to either. But that's just a personal choice.
Right.
But I just, I was like, what? I see this and hear of this. I've heard people tell me, I'm going to the hookah club this weekend. Yeah, hookah. And I'm like, are y'all getting loaded in the place? You got to be getting some benefits from this. What is you smoking weed? Nope. So I just thought I'd bring that up. But JJ is doing some little research, I think.
Yeah, it says water pipe tobacco has significantly higher nicotine content than cigarettes.
Higher? Did you say higher?
Significantly higher nicotine content than cigarettes.
See,
Bingo.
so they're getting that rush. You're getting that rush, that nicotine rush right away.
So the hookah actually is giving them more of a nicotine rush and feel and damaging to the lungs than smoking a Newport or Salem Lights.
Yeah, water pipe tobacco contains numerous toxins known to cause lung disease, cancer, heart diseases, and other illnesses.
Because you got to think about that flavor, all the chemicals to create that flavor.
Yeah.
That is
just like with that
amazing.
weed. You can go get weed without all that flavor, but people want Well, what was the most popular name you said? Grapes or whatever.
Grape. You can just say grape.
Well, it's interesting because some would argue the fact, and I've heard people say when they was explaining to me about hookah that it was, nothing wrong with hookah. Hookah is cool. It's not marijuana. Hookah's not ever, you just smoking. And they make it seem like it's so much innocent, so much more innocent or safer than you smoking. But that's interesting. I'm glad you looked that up. And where did you get that information from?
I Googled water pipe smoking versus cigarette smoking, and I got it from the, let me click the actual website, the World Health Organization. So,
okay.
The WHO.
WHO. Wow. Okay, good information for the grown folks here from the Donna Smith Show, Top Table Talk with my panel here doing their homework. That's what I'm saying. Whenever in doubt and you want to find out something about something, always research it and look it up for yourself. Be factual about it, because people will sit up and tell you whatever. And a lot of times they don't even know. They'll just give you some old hookah mooga. Like the girl just told me what she just probably heard and knew. Oh, ain't nothing, just like smoking, just smoking. Ain't nothing but smoking. But she was true to tell me it wasn't weed. But I bet you she didn't know all the other stuff that was involved with it either. She probably would have pulled out a cigarette instead. And then she wouldn't have paid $50. Okay. But anyway, thank you, JJ. Thank you. So let's go on to our inquiring minds want to know question of the day. Let's talk about this one is not too bad, but I'm gonna try to read this the best I can, you guys. It's a little okay. Inquiring minds want to know, when it gets to the point that you can't stand the sight of one another, what do you do? The love is there, but the desire to work as a couple is gone. Neither of us want to leave. Together, 6 years we've been in the same house and sharing responsibilities. No one wants to cheat, but temptation is a mother. Suggestions on how to coexist, or should one of us just leave? Talking leads to arguments and more anger with this person. I'm not sure where all this has come from, but something has to give. And oh yeah, and now I find out she's pregnant. Wow.
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 Sound like somebody already dipped out.
Well, we don't know if she's pregnant by who she's with or if she got pregnant by someone else, but she is pregnant, and they have this dynamic of a situation, which I don't know if you guys need me to read again, but they have all this stuff going on. Would you guys want me to read again? Or you guys got the understanding of what I'm saying?
Let's hear it one more time. One more time. Okay.
Well, John, you're not being studious. Your back is to the camera.
No, I'm not. I'm paying attention.
Oh, you paying attention?
Trust me.
Okay. When it gets to the point that you cannot stand the sight of one another, what do? The love is there, but the desire to work as a couple is gone. Neither of us want to leave. Together for 6 years now, in the same house and sharing responsibilities. No one wants to cheat, but temptation is a mother. Suggestions on how to coexist, or should one of us just leave, is needed. Talking nowadays leads to arguments and more anger. I'm not sure where all this has come from, but something has to give. And oh yeah, and now she's pregnant. What do we say to help this situation right here on a straightforward, grown folk, positive manner? This is deep. I mean, it seems like there's definitely a disconnect going on. in a lot of ways, the communication is jaded. The communication leads to more aggravation. They can't stand each other. They can't even stand and look. You know, if y'all, maybe you guys have been there when you're
It
in a
sounds like it's
situation.
financial right at this point now. It's more financial.
Yeah.
What you saying? They may have money problems.
Yeah. Either he can't leave, she can't leave. They depend on each other financially to make it through. But they stay in the same environment,
Yeah,
then
they've
it could
been
be
living.
healthy.
They live together and share
Yeah,
the
that's
same.
not gonna be healthy. And, they're gonna end up either getting physical or just somebody's gotta go. Just they gotta, because they can't talk. They can't talk. Sounds
No.
like they only talk one, 2 times when they're in bed.
Well, they
So
said nobody wants to cheat either, but there been temptation, but nobody wants to cheat. And, you know, everything is just all over the place, but they come to find out now she's pregnant.
well, they need a mediator.
This is one of those situations that you will ask, you know, like some people will stay together or try to make it work because of the kids or because someone gets pregnant, you know, regardless of the disconnect and the dysfunctional union they have, they'll stay together because they want to be there for their baby and they want you there for their baby and they'll stay together. I mean, would you give them advice to try at least maybe counseling or something like that? Because now she's in a, you know, she's pregnant.
The only hope from my point of view, they gotta be able to talk, gotta be able to communicate. If they can't talk, they ain't gonna work. They'll be passing each other down the hallway and saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. They ain't gonna talk.
Yeah.
You know, that's a cold-blooded way to live. You know, that's a
Some
Reminds
people
me-
cold-blooded
walk
way
by
to
each other
live.
all for 5, 10, 20 years, don't say a word. So it's not
Reminds-
healthy.
It reminds me of War of the Roses. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas. That was
Yeah.
one of my favorite movies. My favorite part is they're both on the chandelier and they're hanging there and they're wondering what's gonna happen. And they know it's loose and they almost they to the brink where they almost get help, but they end up falling into their death.
And they
So-
both die together.
They both die together. And
Yeah.
on one last move on Michael Douglas's part, he puts his hand over her and she kicks it off of her, and then she dies.
Why they
So-
dying? He was like, nigga, I still don't like you.
Right, we done fell to our death.
I don't like you, and I'm almost gone. I don't like you. I still don't like you. I mean, you know, I hate to be making fun of that, but the thing is, man.
I know of one couple that got divorced and they stayed in the same house together. I had never heard of this ever in my life. They got divorced. They're still, to my knowledge, they're still living in the house. And they're an elderly couple. The house used to be the location that it was at used to be nice, but the area became dilapidated. And it's not even worth keeping that house anymore. But they're keeping the house. They've kept up the house, but the rest of the block looks horrible.
Yeah.
But
people will
stayed in the
do
house after their
that,
divorce.
JJ. They will do that. Nobody wants to leave up out of an investment that they both are part of. And they will coexist. And I've seen it happen. Someone very close to me did that. They had separate rooms.
Mm-hmm.
They had separate telephone lines. They had separate lives. They didn't disrespect one another by bringing, you know, people of the opposite sex over or whatever, but they were doing their own thing. But they both lived in the same, and neither one of them wanted to go. They was like, no, I ain't going nowhere. No, I ain't going nowhere. I would be absolutely miserable living like that. I would be absolutely miserable. To the point where you can make yourself sick. You can stress kills. Do y'all know that?
But you got to
Yep.
think, people who live
Yeah,
like
we know
that,
that, all right.
people who live like that are not stressing. See,
You
they're
gotta
not
be not
stressing.
happy, John. You gotta
They're
be
not,
not
they're
happy.
not, because I know family, somebody, same thing. They're not stressing. They throw parties, they do everything at the house. You go to the house, the barbecue, go eat for whatever.
Hmm.
But this is how they are. My neighbors, my uncle neighbors, him and his wife was the same way since I was a little boy. It was like that. But see, the thing is, I like the part that JJ mentioned about the chandelier. See, the thing was they both didn't want to let go. And that's the thing was going on with this relationship. Because let's take away the pregnancy. See,
Mhm,
because he said now she's pregnant. But see,
mhm,
this is stuff that has been going on.
mhm,
So
mhm.
we can't stand each other. We can't do all this, but they can't leave one another. See, so the thing is, sometimes it's beyond being comfortable and content somewhere. You
Mhm.
know, it's getting to where I can't let go. I refuse to let go.
Mhm.
And that chandelier was the thing. It's like it don't matter. No matter how this go down, no matter how this go down, I'm not letting go.
Mhm.
You know. So now he he wants advice on how do I operate in this I'm not letting go lifestyle. And the thing is, you can't. When you say you can't ask no one how do you operate, would you have to either let go, or if you remain to hold on, this is something that you're gonna have to figure out based on the character and the personality you know of that person and of yourself.
Mm.
And that thing that with JJ, JJ, I'm gonna preach that. You get no
I mean,
credit.
that was a great movie. JJ is absolutely,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
I took
JJ
note of
got it
that.
down to the science. I had
Mm,
forgot about the
mm.
part where she knocked the hand away. That little detail in
Where's
itself
my?
is powerful. That little detail,
I
because
often put on that movie just to watch the chandelier scene, and then that's it.
Oh yeah.
It's a
yeah,
funny
that
movie.
movie was a trip. The Roses, War of the
War
Roses.
of the
War of the
Roses.
Roses.
War of the Roses. That's what it's called. I need to write that down because I need to watch
Kathleen
that.
Turner and Michael Douglas.
That's
And
right.
Danny,
That was
Danny
that was
DeVito's narrating it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Danny DeVito narrates it. Yep.
Right.
And that's how it is with these situations. And it's like this couple, I mean, everything they said or this guy said from the gate was all negative about nothing came out positive about what's going on with them.
Yeah, I was wondering
Nothing.
if there was arguing that led to sex. I didn't find anything in the. That's what I was listening for. Was there any of that? Because sometimes that happens, and sometimes that's a good thing because you can kind of use the anger a little bit, while you're doing your thing. But
But that's like that last one. Remember the guy was saying how the woman slapped him around and cussed him out. It did all of
right,
a sudden they had this mad crazy relations.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you are it's like, okay, I think people forget to look at, you get so caught up in wanting to point the finger,
Mhm.
and you're in this dysfunctional mess. And sometimes it just takes you being accountable for self and loving yourself to make some changes that will cause some positive changes within your life and your course. But when you're selfishly trying to hold on and hold in because nobody wants to let go, like those who are staying in homes, because it's my house, is your house. I ain't selling it. We stand here. You have your part of the house. I have my part of the house. Woo, woo, woo. Really? What kind of quality of life is that? And what kind of quality of life is it to be in something where this gentleman is saying It's to the point where you can't talk. It's to the point where we can't stand to look at each other. We don't want to speak to each other. Every time we speak, it causes an elevation. We can't coexist with one another. Talking leads to arguments. Woo, 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 woo. What? And now she's having a baby. So what are you gonna do? You want to stay with her under these circumstances and bring a child into the world under these circumstances that's going to get worse, because it's not going to get better because someone you're going to love this child. It's going to be a blessing that you have. You're going to love this child, but under the conditions of such toxic dysfunctionalness.
You hope they love the child, because like Cordell said, they can't even talk to one another. So if they can't talk to one another, you can't fix it. So if they got that so much, sometimes a lot of parents end up, because of their disgust for one another, they end up transferring that into the relationship between them and the child. And it's not, and sometimes it's not that they don't love the child, but they're not really giving the child the nurturing that it needs, that the child needs, because of this, like I say, the discuss with one another. That's why I told you in the men's group, I asked the guy, when was the last time you seen your kid? Oh man, she be tripping, blah, 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 blah. I didn't ask you, is she be tripping or not? I asked you about your kid.
That's right.
See what I'm saying?
It gets to the point that it ain't about that other person. It's about what you're trying to do with the innocent child that has nothing to do with the toxic, dysfunctional thing you and the other parent has. That child is innocent. And so there's ways that you can make it happen. You could, if you got to go to court after court after court or whatever it takes. Now, when a child becomes an adult, sometimes it's difficult because, they have their own mind and they make their own decisions. But sometimes because seeds was planted negatively in that child's life about the other parent, that's what they take to heart. And that causes a whole nother situation. But, you have got to be at a point of being able to exist with each other without all this toxic stuff. And like Cordell mentioned, number one, you have to be able to communicate with one another. If you guys can't talk and communicate about what your issues are, you're doomed. You're walking around the house in silent treatment. Just the thought of that person makes you nauseous. And some people live like that. They think about that person. Oh my God, my stomach. Ugh. And it gets to that point. It's a love-hate relationship. I mean, y'all know what I mean, right? I mean, I think everybody has experienced. Everybody has experienced a love-hate relationship, right? I mean, at one point in your life, you'd have been with somebody that you love, but you also, on the flip side, it's all bad.
And you stay with them?
Well, some of them stay with them longer than they should. But eventually, if you don't fix it together as a couple, the issues, you're not going to be with each other. It's something that's going to happen to cause a shipwreck. And so in this situation, what we want to be able to leave this person with is, even though it's a child coming, they need to work on their situation together. What's going on with them? Because if they not right, I'm not talking about the clap. I mean, they need to clap too. Yeah, they need to clap. As a matter of fact, sometimes clapping will help y'all come together.
Clapping to confuse you.
And like JJ say, when you're mad, you may not be. You may be happy.
Garrett, Cordell,
one thing's for sure. You're gonna be clapping in what, 6-7 months? I don't know about that.
What? You be clapping what? What did you say?
When she's out there poking out on the 7th, 8th month, you're gonna be too much clapping.
Well, the last show we had, the gentleman was saying that it's wonderful when the woman is pregnant, that they love it like that.
Some women gets really moody though. So
Yeah, they do get moody because the hormones are shifting. I mean,
Right.
it's not a comfortable thing carrying a whole bunch of this that way, and your hemorrhoids and your back and your everything is all messed up. Everything.
yeah,
Your breast hurt, everything just it's a mess. But it's what women have to go through. And hormonally, yeah, you don't know from day to day what you're gonna get with her. She gonna be crying one day and smiling and happy the next day. And then you're gonna be an MF all the way to the delivery room. So you got to get ready for it. Just get ready for it. But we need to know what to tell this gentleman because this is a sad situation right here.
seek
With
counseling.
Cordell and JJ
Seek
said.
counseling.
With
Seek
Cordell and
counseling.
JJ
So
said.
Cordell say seek counseling. Gareth, you think they should go to seek counseling too?
Yeah.
That's I mean, it seemed like that's pretty
Well,
much.
I was going by the first thing Cordell said when he said if they can't, they need to be able to talk because you got to be able to talk to even get to counseling.
Yeah.
So my thing is, Cordell said they need to either be able to talk. If they can't talk, they need to do like JJ said, let go of the chandelier.
Yeah. Just let it all fall down.
Before it fall on you, because
Thank you.
she was lowering that chandelier so it could fall on them, and it backfired. She jumped on the chandelier, and then he decided to try to save her because he didn't know that she was lowering the chandelier. Now they both on a loose chandelier. So,
But her whole objective, she was trying to do him in with the chandelier, and it ended up doing both of them.
But even though she knew she was in jeopardy, she still didn't let go because she became aware.
No, she didn't let go, but she slapped his hand away though when he tried to touch her and say, "Baby, I'm sorry."
yes, he wanted to die in the pose.
Well, that was after they failed.
Yeah, that was after they failed. Yeah, he wanted to die in the pose of "I love you," and nah, she wasn't having that.
That was a very memorable scene. That scene was.
It could end in tragedy is the moral of the story, and it's
good one, boy. Look at you, Jay.
It could end in tragedy is the moral
that's
of the
gone
story.
too, JJ, right?
You are right. It could.
That's gone too, right? That's going in.
Go ahead.
It's going in.
It could end in tragedy.
It's going in.
Yes, and that should go in because it's absolutely true. There's no positive outcome with this. There's none. You may have created or will create a new life together, but that's not going to make it right. That's not going to fix all these things that's all bad with you guys. That's not going to fix it right. You guys got to try to get it right before this kid comes. It didn't say anything about whether she was having a baby or not having a baby, but I'm assuming she is.
Well, some kind of paternity test need to be involved because if there's no action going on and all of a sudden she's pregnant, that's the red flag right there.
I bet you every now and again they had to clap here and there on something. At some point in there, I mean, she's pregnant and he ain't questioning whether it's his. So shit, he must have got it in there. He had to get it in there at some point, right? To make her come up with being okay.
Oh, the person who wrote in, you left so much to the imagination for us.
Yes, and they usually do.
Yeah.
Well, they did say they didn't want to cheat, so by saying they didn't want to cheat, they did have a clapping session or two. So
thank you. Yep. That means they're involved with each other.
Right.
Yeah, he says no one wants to cheat, but temptation is a mother. So maybe they go for long periods without clapping.
No, they don't want to cheat. The problem is they hate each other. They can't exist. They can't stand each other, but they keep having sex every night they go to bed. Problem.
I don't know about every
and
night.
the whole thing
I don't know about
it,
every night, John.
We don't know. Some people like that.
Yeah.
Some people, you just had a letter, the man gets slapped around and get cussed out and everything else. but they
You're
still
right.
keep it
They still together.
clapping.
They
So
still together. That's right.
you
That's a
know, but
nod
the
to Living
thing
Color,
is,
by the way.
Now
huh?
I'm wishing this
I was
couple,
saying that was a nod to Living Color, by the way.
oh, not to live in color. Okay.
Yeah.
Man. You know, it's man, wow. Relationships takes a lot of work, a lot of focus, and a lot of folks, it's just, that pride got to be laid down too. You got to lay that pride down, and you got to come together and just want to,
Key word is compromise.
you have to compromise. Yes. You're absolutely right. You have to compromise. And believe it or not, there's some people who are just not into the compromising thing. They just not going to do it for nobody. Nobody. And they're usually the ones you find being single on and off a lot. You know, it's either their way or the highway. And you're not going to have a successful relationship with that type of mindset or attitude.
And some people not meant to be in relationships. That's just the honest truth. Some people not meant to be with somebody else. They just meant to exist on the planet so they could just get their
Oh
rocks off.
no.
And that's just what it is. They just getting their rocks
Well,
off
we
with
were put here
whomever.
on this earth
No.
to come together
It
as
was supposed to, we were created to have a companion. It just folks just can't, some folks just can't live with themselves.
Whatever the
well,
case may
live
be.
with themselves or give of
So
themselves what they should to like Cordell say, compromise. That's a big word. That's a big action. That's a big that's hard for some
that's
people
a big
to do.
agreement
Yes.
because
And just
compromise is somebody
imagine,
got to give. Is
Yeah.
somebody got to give a little
yes, somebody has to
on
give.
both ends.
And if you've been single, for some people who have been single for quite a while, and all of a sudden you come together with someone to be in a relationship now, a serious relationship, and it's going to take time for you to really understand that, hey, it's not just me anymore. I do have to consider that other person's feelings. I just can't go jump out here and do anything I want to do and how I want to do it anymore.
Oh, willy-nilly.
And some have a hard way of swallowing that pill. And then speaking about marriage, they be like, I know a couple of mature brothers now that just say, what, marriage? I'm not marrying nobody. I'm cool with it. Either they not doing it because they just don't want to go through the possibility that it don't work, or they just don't want to compromise and meet that person halfway like you need to in a marriage and become one. They don't want to do that. They don't want to ask their mate or discuss with their mate that they getting ready to go buy a new Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
They want to just go to the lot and buy the Mercedes Benz because that's what they want to do. But when you're married, you have to sit down and talk about these things. Because guess what? That Mercedes Benz, that money you taking to get it, that car note you paying, that extra insurance, guess what? Your partner got to be there helping you with that.
But not even if you're not just married, even if, well, because if you're dating to marry and you have plans to be together, you still got to, because you got to can understand, if you're planning on marrying, like I say, dating to marry, them are the beginning steps of that you're taking anyway. So you shouldn't be doing the behind,
Okay,
on my own.
Let's expound a little bit more on that. Okay, dating to marry.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk a little bit about that. When you go out, because some will go out and they're dating. Okay, you meet somebody, you're dating them, you go out on a few times, you go to dinner, you go to the movies, you do whatever, you're dating. There's no relationship status, you're dating, you're getting to know, you're getting a feel of if, you can even tolerate being around this person like that. How do you know that you're dating to marry?
Wait. No,
I mean,
come
explain.
on. This is a discussion that
Explain. How do you know?
Gotta talk. You and the other half is gonna say, hey, I want to get married. At that point, you guys gonna have a serious conversation about what you plan to do with each other and how you're gonna get there. So you gotta have that conversation. But if that conversation is like, oh, well, we just gonna date, maybe we'll get married, that ain't gonna work.
But what I'm trying to, okay, I get you. We on to something. I get you. JJ, help me. What I'm trying to say is, in the beginning, you may have in the back of your notion that, you know what, I'm at a point in my life where I'm looking for something that's going to go to the next level, I want to eventually get married. So I'm looking for a certain quality in a man or a woman, and they got to be at least going the same direction I'm going. I mean, you may have these thoughts, right? But when do you put that on? When do you talk about that? I mean, you don't do it right off the bat, right?
No, you don't do it right off the bat. It might take you. You got to be with the person for a while and learn their habits. It might come off as a casual. We so compatible. We think we should get married. Just something.
I mean, do you think it should come out? JJ, me. So sorry to cut you off, but do you think it should come out when you have determined that you both are ready to be exclusive with one another? Or should it come out like John is saying, dating to marry? That's why I wanted to go a little bit more onto that. Dating to marry in your mindset, or dating to marry because you both have talked about you're both dating each other to marry? I mean,
or your parents or your relatives might make it awkward for y'all, and y'all keep showing up to family functions. So all of a sudden, the auntie be like, "So when y'all gonna get married?" Then all the aunties around you laughing and put y'all on the spot. So that might initiate the conversation about marriage. Like, y'all might leave the family function later on and have the conversation. Well, they do have a point. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about it. Well, let's talk about it. Then y'all have a conversation. So it's possible that could happen. So that's just my take on it.
Early on, when you first dated.
Early, it could be, not so much early on. Let's say y'all been dating or been together for about 9 months or something. Where the 9 months is a long enough time for the family.
You should know what you want to do with each other at a 9 mark.
After about
9 months to a year, you definitely should know what you're trying to do. What we doing? What we? I mean,
after about a couple of years, family definitely gonna ask you when y'all getting married.
Okay, Gareth, what you gotta say? Y'all get him?
I was trying. Let me
say it again, Gareth.
Yeah, one more time.
You say clapping.
He said the moment you start clapping, he said y'all done consummated.
Okay, good one. The moment you start sleeping together, you should be able to talk about what we doing, what's going on here. Now we didn't already cry. We didn't got physical. We like each other. We've been going out.
No,
we didn't slept together. What we doing? Is that when you talk about that?
No.
When do you talk about that?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. When I was referring,
family. What you say? What you say, Gareth?
When you meet the family.
Oh, he say when you meet the family. Well, yeah. When they bring you around the family, you kind of know that they really feeling you, because then they want other people to know this is who I'm feeling. That's when that's an eye opener right there. Mm-hmm. That's true. But I'm saying when you first start going out on a couple of dates, for you to be telling a person I'm dating to marry.
Let me tell you, if a person asks me
at the time.
A person, this is the problem. People meet and they ask each other, what are you looking for in a relationship?
That's true.
And then they hold out all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. And then as the relationship goes on, then they want to pop this other stuff in, but the other person might have said like it is. Well, this the direction I told you from the beginning. This the direction I was going with this. And now you coming with this other because at the beginning you said this. So my thing has always been I date to marry. Like I said, I don't want to date marry. I want to date to marry. See, I don't want to just date marry. Me and Mary dating. No, 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 no. You know? But the thing is, so if I say, well, this is what I'm looking, my thing is I want to date to marry. And the other person said, well, I want to date to marry. And now you're talking about the exclusive we're talking about later, probably being, we're being exclusive. That's why I go back to saying these beginning steps, you know, these are the beginning steps that leads to successful or especially going into your marriage already healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Already healthy. So you're going to always face whatever comes along with your marriage. We have to be careful when we say we come along with marriages. No, 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 no. What comes along with your marriage, because them are the two characters. It's only them two characters that is going to allow, create, or defute whatever that goes on in that marriage. So when you're taking them steps at the beginning, you both on that same mindset. Now, hey, maybe it may not work, right? But this is the thing is, not only will you be exiting this relationship with the conditioning that you did from taking these steps, but you also have a possibility of also exiting emotionally stable and being able to start something else emotionally stable.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the problem. When you start with unclarity and lies, it's no way you can't fix that. You can't go back and fix that lie and change that lie. It's impossible.
I get you.
So if you say, well, you
I
know
get
what?
you.
A person say, well, I'm just looking to, I'm just trying to do my thing, hit and miss, boom, boom, boom. Well, y'all, okay. That's when you guys come into agreement on however y'all plan to continue or how y'all plan to discontinue. But folks too busy don't want to say it like it is. What you looking for?
But I think I'm just gonna say personally, I feel as though in the beginning of the dating stage, because dating is not a relationship. You're trying to get to know that person to see if you even want to go further with them. You may not even love that person. You may care about them as a person or whatever, but you're trying to see what's up. You got to spend time together. You got to be able to see that you have likes and dislikes and commonality. You got to talk to each other on the phone. You got to do stuff. You have to build to that point of knowing that, okay, now I feel comfortable of wanting to be exclusive with this person. And
Well,
being
yeah,
exclusive with this person, I'm not just being exclusive just to be playing in the hay. I'm being exclusive because I'm looking for things greater with to build
exactly,
greater. And that's when
exactly.
I think is the time to really be able to put in motion where, okay, where you going, what you want to do, whatever, whatever. At first, when you're just dating, and I've said this before, because sometimes, with dating, not being a relationship, you meet somebody, they may be out going on dates with a couple of people. I don't know. That's their business. If they're not in a relationship with anyone, right? What can you say? But when it gets to a point where you both have decided that you're going to be totally going down the same road with one another, then that's when you need to really talk about, okay, this is what I want. What is it that you want? I can't possibly know going out on a date the first time or two with JJ if I'm looking to that I'm dating to marry him. I don't even know if he would
Well,
be
no, no,
somebody
no,
I
no,
would
no.
want to marry.
I'm not saying you're dating to marry that particular person. I'm saying your mindset is I'm dating to hopefully. That's why I said everything you said you learned in each other, and I said it may not work, but you have your mind. I'm not, see, that's why I said the other person may say, well, I'm dating just to hit and miss whoever I want to hit and miss.
Don't want a relationship at
You
all.
know,
Whatever.
but the whole
Whatever.
point is, I said, once someone asks you, what are you looking for? You need to, what is it in the relationship you looking for? You need to be honest and straight.
But you can be honest and straight, John, and say like me and JJ, we date once or twice. We go to a couple of dates. JJ say, well, Donna, Miss Donna, what are you looking for? Don't call me Miss Donna. Just say,
I'm not gonna call you Miss Donna if I'm
oh,
in a
Lady
relationship.
D, don't call me Miss Donna. Lady D, what are you looking for? And I may say, well, I'm looking for something that's concrete, that's lasting, something that I could build upon and eventually, go in a direction of, marriage one day, whatever.
Same
I
thing.
may say that, right?
Same thing.
At this
Same
point,
thing.
I don't know if me and you are going to even be, if you're the one I'm going to want to do that with, but I'm going to be honest with you as to what I'm looking for. Now, I get that.
It.
I get that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean by me being honest with you of what I'm looking for that you're going to be the one.
Exactly.
We don't know that yet.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But
we don't
people
know that.
ask that question. You can go on to dating sites or anywhere, and people ask the question, what are you looking for?
That's
you
true.
know, you meet somebody somewhere and y'all might talk on the phone for a week and whatever, and the conversation come up. Well, what are you looking for? The point is you need to be straight at the beginning. If you say, I'm just looking for a piece, a side piece, or I'm looking for a wife, that's okay with me and my girlfriend.
I don't think people are going to come out and say they're looking for a piece, even if they are.
People come out and say exactly.
I haven't had nobody.
There's some people. Well, no, but there's some, because some people, check this out. Men, and I'm going to try to speak generally for men. To a geared woman, we sense let's just say, like we say, we're hunters or fishermen or whatever.
Right.
We sense what prey is out there, and we know what bait to use for that prey. And sometimes we look at the little bitty cute bunnies and we don't want to shoot the little bitty cute bunnies, or the little bitty fish, we let them go back. And sometimes there's some women, some women fall in that because you do not deserve to go through what I'm about to take whoever else is willing to go through.
So you want the big fish.
Some men do have that. It ain't the big fish. It's saying is, why destroy you? You have a chance. These other ones.
Okay, wait, hold that thought. Okay, if you a dog type brother. Okay,
well, that's different.
No. If you a dog type brother and you just like hitting and missing and clapping and just using women and getting whatever, and you see this real nice honey, she wifey material. She got it going on. She just that. She's sweet. You don't want to break her heart because you know the type of brother you are, right? Yes. So that's the little fish that you'll let go.
No, we're not talking about. I didn't say nothing about a dog type man. I said some men. Now, when I refer to men, I'm talking to men who carry themselves in such a way and act in such a way. Now,
why wouldn't he want to do that to her?
A dog will look at your beautiful couch and chew it up. A dog would take your brand new shoes and chew it up. But I'm not talking about a dog.
I'm talking but if you're talking about a man, why would
some
he
men
let the cute little bunny go when
some
that's
men
a good
who
little
are
bunny?
women? Because like I said, some men do have, don't think they don't take in some type of compassion or consideration of certain people.
He wouldn't want to do her what way? He wouldn't want to do her what way? He
wouldn't want to take her through
deserve a man?
He wouldn't want to take her through his womanizing lifestyle.
So what is that?
Oh, please, you know what a woman. Stop.
Are
we on a commercial break right now?
Remember that Destiny Child song?
So what is that, dear? Is that a man who's got like 5 women or something like that?
He ain't gotta have 5.
He got 3.
He could have. He could just add 2.
Okay, so he got 2.
Because once
And
you
he
go
don't
past
want to.
one,
He don't want to hurt the sweet one because she's down for just wanting one man, and she's a really sweetie. And he feel like, I don't want to mess her up like that because she gonna fall for a brother. And I know I want to still see out. I want to still see Jezebel, and I
or
want.
he might be the one who say he'll fall for her, but he can't keep his thing in check.
So he'll
You
let
go,
it.
you
So he'll
know,
let it go.
there's some men, they know, like I said, they know who what can be hit, what kind of way, who gonna go what, and how they gonna go at it, and what they need to use to go about it. Either 2 drinks from the bar or 2 pork chop sandwiches. You pick one. They
2
go.
pork chop sandwiches. Oh Lord, is that all it takes?
You got some. You got some pork chops.
But my panel is predominantly men. There's no women here tonight. So do you guys all agree with that? And my viewing audience,
Come
please
on.
leave a message.
Well,
Please let us know what you think
I'll
about.
give you a different take on it.
Okay.
What he's saying is correct. Most men will say, hey, I got this bait over here. I know how to use it. Do I use it to take advantage, or do I use it to pick and choose? Either way, I'm making a choice. Might not be the best choice, but I'm gonna make a choice. The real key is, do I make the choice to abuse this person, take her through all the manly stuff that I do on a regular basis, or do I just say, hey, I'm gonna back up, I'm just gonna be me, so I can make sure I have this one for the rest of my life?
Thank you.
So you either make a choice to hold on to her because you want her forever, or you make a choice to throw her back out there for somebody else to have her because you can't.
You don't throw her back out there. You probably don't even deal with her. Once you kind of see, oh, this is a good woman, you don't deal with her. Let me tell you, ghosting has been going on way before they start talking about it. A lot of men will know that this woman, someone would say, I'm not ready for her. She cool,
I heard that, yeah.
And so ghosting has been going on forever, on the sake of, I don't want to hurt this other person. Not that I don't want to face my truths, but it's just that I don't want to bring no harm or whatever to this person, you know.
So
So
it's not always a bad thing when a man pulls back from a woman. It's not always a bad thing. It could be, as far as he's concerned, he's doing the best thing for her because of what he's doing or what he's looking for.
Well, pulling back on either side is always a good thing, because you're pulling back for a reason, either to get a better observation of something, or like you're saying, to pull back from hurting somebody because you don't want to draw too close. Some people pull back, like I did when I told you doctor told us, hey, your mother's not going to live for maybe, I didn't, it was a trip. I was close, but I withdrew. Emotionally, things like that, because I was selfish. I was thinking about my own feelings. But there's some people who will withdraw like that, you know. But and then sometimes you withdraw, like I said, you get back and you observe, and you might get a better view of something, and then who knows, you reconcile or draw even closer instead of away, So drawing is a good thing, but yeah, that's what some men will do, and Cordell articulated it very clear. We make the decision on how we gonna do something.
Okay. Well, that's interesting because me being a woman, men are from what is it? Venus and women are from Mars, or the reverse, or how?
Men are from the world. Men are from the earth. Men are from the earth.
You know, whatever. You know, we two different species, but you know, sometimes women, because sometimes we're in awe, and some women will have to.
Garrett.
They sit up and question themselves.
And he took the dirt and he formed man. Man is from earth. Women can call wherever they want to call themselves home. If they want to call Venus,
from the real. But like I said, some will sit up and start thinking that there's something wrong with them, or they know that they're a good woman. They know, and people tell them they're a good woman. They do all the things right and this and that, and then that man that they're really crazy about and want withdraws from them, pulls away from them. And a lot of
Donna, I got a question for you, since you're the only woman on the panel. Look at it this way. Hypothetically, I'm in a club, right?
Uh-huh.
I see a lady that I want to talk to.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm not making the choice. She's making the choice. Even though I approach her, it's her choice to say, yes, I'm gonna see what this brother's about, or no, I don't want to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you tell me, is that correct or incorrect?
The woman who sits back and say, well, you know, well, yeah, I mean, she makes a choice.
So you make
she does choice. Make a choice.
Yes, you make the choice, but here's what I'm saying earlier. Even though I'm making a choice to make the selection of a woman, I'm bringing my baggage to that woman. Do I want to bring that baggage or not? So I'm going to bring my shady ways and all, or so that say, oh, I'm going to make a choice. I'm going to clean my act up. I'm going to stay on the straight and narrow. I ain't going to mess around. I ain't going to fool around. I'm going to be maybe goody two-shoes for now. So I'm making a choice for her not to play around. But I could play around if I wanted to take her through all that pain, misery, because she made the choice to pick me.
She made a choice to pick you and choose you, and you made a choice to approach her, to choose her.
But I made a choice also to abuse her, not to love her that the way she thinks I wouldn't, but I'm abusing her because I'm taking her through every shenanigans I could possibly think of, because that's what I do.
So since that's what you do, and that's who you are for whatever reason at this point in your life, then and you discern that this woman deserves better, then why put the energy into pursuing her?
That's just it. I didn't. She made the choice. I approached her, but she made the choice. She said, yes, I'm gonna hang with this guy for a while. But I give her all the shenanigans, everything. I'm abusing her, taking her through hoops, everything.
So you saying you show your hand, your hand, and you take her through that ringer. You take her through the spin cycle, and she decides that she wants to go on through the wash cycle. You take her to the wash cycle, and she decides she wants to go through the spin and go through the whole a la mode. That's her choice, because you showed your hand and showed her what you're dealing with, and is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And women do choose, let's be clear. Sometimes a man lay it out and say, this is how it's going down. This is how I am, blah, blah, blah. And some women do choose, just like some men do choose when a woman say, this is how I get down in the same manner. Yeah. Because it's the same manner.
Well, that's a personal choice too, because if a person keeps it 100 and they lay down to me that they're a dog, I mean, well, I don't want to say dog, but they taking you, they the type that gonna take you through the ringer. And I know that's not what I'm looking for at this point stage in my life. Boy, bye. Boy, bye. Why would I take myself through that? I ain't choosing you. Next.
Keyword. You not choosing.
I ain't choosing you if you didn't show your hand. Now, if you have not kept it 100,
That's you.
like John was saying, if you covered it up and you made me think one thing, and then 6 months later I found out that I got the exorcist or something going on with you, then that's different. I still gotta cut it. But I find out later you didn't give me a chance to choose because you hid your hand. But you show me your hand, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I want. Why would I set myself up like that? I don't care what you got, how much money you got, how good you look, how good you smell, how many properties you got, business you got, whatever. I ain't signing up for that. Not at this point in stage in my life. You ain't, no, boy, bye. I will put beans in the crock pot, eat them every day for 2 weeks with a little ground beef in them and over rice, if that's what I had to do before I chose you.
Oh, you wouldn't get with Tyler Perry?
Now, when we were younger and it was all about fun and just hitting and missing and just, just hormones and doing what you do, you wasn't thinking outside the box like that, so you didn't really, it didn't matter to you what they was doing. You just wanted to do what you was doing. But that's a younger mindset. But when you become mature in your life and you're looking for quality and not quantity, you can't come at me throwing me that and I chose you. First of all, you're going to block my blessings. Because homeboy over there in the corner, sitting up there, acting all gentlemanly, sipping on his little cognac and, kind of giving the girl the little smile and this and that. That's probably the one I should be talking to right there. Not Mr. Smooth Can Do.
Yeah.
That's gonna dog me out. But some women do make that choice. And that's when you have to start looking in, and men too, you have to start looking internally and say, what's going on with me? Why am I accepting this? What am I looking for? At 50 years old, if you still looking for a roll in the hay, and 4 or 5 or 3 or 4 of them, and a different woman or a different man every night of the week, something wrong with that picture. What if that's what you gonna do? That's what you gonna do. But I ain't gonna be in your world. You have to get to a point where you love yourself enough where you pick and choose what's best for you, because at the end of the day, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing but lift up your foot and kick yourself in the butt if it can reach up there, because you can't blame nobody but you. You can't blame nobody but you. If Jezebel is telling you she's a Jezebel, she's acting like Jezebel, dressing like Jezebel, every time you turn around, somebody is saying they was with Jezebel, and you still want to tap and clap with Jezebel.
Oh, is that my question? Is it a question?
I like it like that.
I'm saying, I know as a man, some men do like the Jezebels. Okay, y'all sometimes, but I just think, like I say, as you get older in life and you start thinking more about quality, the Jezebels, you just gonna clap, and you may see them again and you may not. That's it. You just fulfilled that little situation, and that's it.
You're going to clap and wake up worrying, making sure you ain't got no fire shooting out you the next day.
You're going to run to the clinic. Doctor going to say, well, what you here for, Mr. So-and-so? Well, I just need a checkup. Well, what's your symptoms? Well, I don't have none yet, but I just need a checkup. Well, what you need a checkup for? Well, I was with Jezebel last night, so I need y'all to hurry up and go and check me out. That's what you're going to be doing.
I need a post gonorrhea checkup, a pre-season.
You're going to be on fire, and you're gonna be laying, and then some people be laying up there trying to remember the person's name. They be trying to remember, what did I do? Man, I was so lit. What did I?
Some of them don't be lit. They be so sober mind to be ridiculous.
And some
What
go
a
to the bar, and
and
I'm
all I
not
can
saying the
say is,
bar is the only
Lord,
place. You could go
what
to
a
other places
vibe.
and pick up somebody, but some will go to a bar and they already have it in there. They had their best cologne on and they little stuff, and they already said when they walked out the house, I'm taking somebody home tonight.
Mhm.
It's going
And
down.
and
They
she
already
was
have
sitting up
that,
there.
and she could be the last one sitting at the bar when they say lights out, y'all gotta go.
You know why she the last one at the bar? Because she said, I'm going home with somebody
Is
tonight.
that what happened when they sitting at the bar?
And he said, somebody coming home with me tonight.
Oh,
What's
see, I
that? Somebody
can't.
coming. What's that song, JJ? Coming home with me to somebody's coming home with me tonight.
Is it R. Kelly?
I think it's Raheem.
Folks better watch out with who they bringing home with them. I know that much.
Mhm.
Better watch out. You get yourself in a whole bunch of situations. Okay, I'm gonna have one more question for the night, you guys, and we gonna wrap it up. And I wanna
Y'all like that background?
Yeah,
Y'all,
those are all the
yeah,
streets in San Francisco, huh?
yeah.
I
This is
like
my
that.
background for work. For this.
it's cute. All the streets in San Francisco.
So I was like, since I work for the city, with the city. So this is what
Um, people, we talk and we laugh about sex all the time, we always got something to say about
people
sex.
and they crazy
We
immoral
talk, we
sex.
laugh about it, we open about it, And I just wanted to ask, is it still accurate to say that many of us do still crave and desire actual intimacy at times more than just the actual intercourse?
We had this one.
Or is
had
it
this
your
question.
thought that intimacy is overrated? Did we have this? Did we talk about this
Uh-huh.
before?
Yep. Not too long
When?
ago. Not too long ago.
Okay, scratch. I don't think we did,
Oh,
but that's okay.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so your
Hunger
mate picked up a bad habit. And the bad habit your mate picked up was watching porn movies. That's all they want to do is watch porn, just porn all the time. And they don't even want to watch porn with you. Some people will say, my mate like to do it with me sometime and this and that, and it's just an enhancement. But they like to watch porn every time you turn around. You come in the room before you could turn on the TV to watch anything else. They watching Big Booty Jane or Miss Pinky or something like that. They watching stuff,
not
right?
Pinky, not Pinky. That's my sister, not
Miss
Pinky.
Pinky. But
Not Miss Pinky.
they watching. So Pinky used to get down. I don't know what y'all talking
No, not Miss Pinky. Not Miss
Pinky
Pinky.
did get down. I used to like Pinky.
Not Miss Pinky.
I mean, but anyway, so they watching porn. I'm not knocking porn because porn is cool when you want to add it as an additive, especially if you're a couple and you guys want to watch that and it kind of gets you get your little flame going. But if you got a mate, whether she's a female or male, that always seems to like to watch these things without you, and then you find them doing some self-pleasuring in the midst of that, is that a form of cheating on you? Is that something to get you concerned about why are they not focusing in on me in that way? Or why they not including me in that? Why do I always catch them by themselves with these porn movies and they're doing things to themselves? What do you guys think about that? Is that something to be concerned about?
For some people, yes, but not for everybody. I don't think there's anything wrong with watching porn. So there's
not with your mate, by yourself.
I don't think it's wrong. Period. If you want to watch it by yourself, watch it. That's my point of view on it. I think people should be free to do whatever they want. I don't think. I mean, as long as you're not cheating, and I don't think watching porn is cheating.
So you don't find that to be a form of cheating?
Yeah, I think people looking too much into it or too deep into it.
But what if you're married? That's That's
I mean, that's what you like.
that's a
what you like to do.
desire and a focus on someone else to look in desire another person in that way. That's not, you're not supposed to be.
It's not the same as doing the act. I'm sorry, you're not catching any.
Well,
like,
some will say
just
because
talking
we
about
did.
STDs,
Some
you're
will
not
say
catching no
because we
STDs.
didn't clap and we only did oral, we didn't cheat.
Yeah, that's different.
That's still cheating.
That's cheating. That's actual intercourse. You're actually putting a body.
But if you watching if you are watching a porn movie and you are getting gratification from watching other people do what they do, other than your husband, other than your wife, you don't think that's a form of cheating?
Nah, and to be honest with you, if I'm like, if it's to the point where you're not enticing to that person, you got to change something about you. Like, hey, be more interesting. Go change it up. Stop being boring. Do something. Change it up.
There's a scripture that goes some kind of way about us desiring, if you desire someone else, I forget, where is that at? Is that
I was about to say that.
Is that in Ephesians?
I was about to say that.
Yeah, there is a
no.
There's a like. It's not the same thing.
It is.
Well, you gotta hold on.
If you are watching other men or women doing a clapping act and you are becoming aroused,
some of them don't watch just clapping. Some people. Wait, hold on. Huh?
What about porn stars who are in relationships with somebody? Let's dive into it. If we gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. There's porn stars who are in relationships with people, and they like, look, I'm having a sexual act with somebody.
But that go back to like an open relationship. That would classify under open relationship.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you watching porn is not a part of the open relationship.
That's
no.
Different.
The porn stars, that's work.
But not only that, but they already determined that I'm okay with you having sex with somebody. Right. It falls under open marriage or relationship, period. But when you purposely exclude, when you say no to the one you're with, there's a problem there. And then you go and you start, because she said they're excluded. They say when he asked, they said no. So now you're denying me of what I want as a desire, but you want me to be okay with you consider as your desire. See, now we have a double standard here. And the thing, so now when we go back to say, okay, I'm purposely excluding you because what I see here, it don't have to be clapped. It could be a person who is just satisfying themselves on the video, right? It don't matter. But like Donna was saying, it mentions about once you lust for another person, you've already cheated in your heart.
You've committed the act of fornication
or adultery, whatever. You are so.
Alexa, play Keisha Cole.
Because you are lusty. If that person is turning you on to the point that you're just like, I did a video once about is masturbation a sin? And there was a lot of feedback on that because there's a lot of different, but yes, if you are self-pleasuring yourself.
Well, we can
go deeper into that.
That's a lot of, because that considers too much detail.
Yeah, it does. And that's another topic for a whole probably half of the show. But when you're talking about pornography, like I said, I don't have a problem with porn. If you are watching porn as a couple, and this is something that you in your, especially being married, because the bedroom is undefiled. So whatever you and your partner want to do to each other, with each other, whatever, and it ain't causing harm, it is all go, right?
Yep.
So if y'all decide, hey, babe, we like watching, Honey Bunny and Pinky Binky and all that, let's pop that in tonight.
Winky.
That's between y'all. But if my husband comes in the room more, maybe 3-4 times a week, me and him ain't really as active as we used to be for whatever reason. But I like to watch these porns, and I'm getting down with myself, getting turned on by it. That means I'm desiring that I am really desiring this connection.
That what you got going.
With that, and I'm all that's a form of that, man. I'm committing to sin.
I come in and I get the recycling. The smashed water bottle. The smashed water bottle.
The smashed water bottle or the
Mhm.
For example,
he get the snores because you ready to go to bed.
hey,
You
for
all
example,
done. You know what I'm saying?
we might be mad at each other or something. We got into a big old argument or something, for example.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, okay, I'm asleep in the living room, you sleeping in the room. All of a sudden you come into the living room and you see me watching some porn, right? You
Right.
all of a sudden now you want to join in. No, I'm still mad at you off of the stuff that you
Oh
said.
no.
I'm gonna handle my business, and you got to go over there. I'm not dealing with that.
That's the problem.
That's my take on it. You might
That's
think
why
it's wrong.
you got
but
no. That's why you got to solve it and say, remember, solve it before the sun come up. Because see, you solve the problems, get them out the way. That way, when you're time to go to bed, you ain't got to go in the bad living room by yourself.
I am solving it. I don't even want to discuss it no more. I'm so mad. I don't like what you said. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go in this living room. I got the big screen TV while you got the little 40-inch in the room. I got the 55-inch. Enjoy yourself. Good night, because I'm enjoying myself.
And you just go on and pop in your movie, but
JJ's
so
a
you're
beast.
saying that's okay. I mean, I don't know, Gareth. I mean, in Cordell, you guys chime in too. I mean,
I'm just saying.
I know Gareth, being married, I don't know. I mean, me personally, that's just me, but everybody's different. Would you have a problem with one of you guys both doing that and getting more out of that than you do with each other? And doesn't that make you feel as though they are lusting after these porn stars more than you? And is that taking something away from your marriage by them doing that? Do you feel that is okay to do it? Or do you feel that that's a problem?
Well, I'm like that. I'm like that. My wife ain't Helen Manning. Then I'm gonna no L and my minute,
So if your wife is not handling her business with you, then you say it's okay for you to go handle your business?
I mean that might, hey, I'm a man, and I'm
Yeah.
man at me, No.
So your wife shouldn't have nothing to say if you popped in a porn movie if she's not handling her business.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And so you wouldn't feel some kind of way if she did that. What if you wasn't handling your business? And she was all into the porn movies. Would you have a problem with that?
No, not,
Maybe not.
Maybe not,
Because you would know deep down inside you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Cordell? Is that a problem with you?
No, it's not a problem with me. So,
Okay.
here's the thing. It's like nowadays, there's all these sex toys out there on the market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most women have these sex toys, and they say, "Hey, I don't need no man." Well, damn, when that guy's in your backyard, or when that mouse in the house, you're gonna need a man then, right? you want a man.
Are you trying to be
that
funny?
way?
The mouse in the house.
I'm just saying. it's always something to say you don't need a man, but you want a man nearby at your beck and call. But
Yeah.
he can't please you the way you want to be pleased because either A, you haven't shown him, or B, you don't care to show him.
You don't care to show him. That's an interesting statement.
Think about it. You know your body better than a man does. You could say, hey, baby, do this, do that, do this, try this, do that, do that. I like it this way, I like it that way. You teaching him. But if you don't talk to him and tell him what you like, he ain't gonna know. He's gonna figure it out by being Christopher Columbus.
Exploring. Thank you.
Yeah. So either you educate him or you don't. You don't get pleased because you're not talking to him. You go grab that new toy you got from the dough store for $49.99 or whatever the price is.
Not $49.99.
Well, I don't know how much it costs, but hey,
it wasn't on sale.
I don't know.
Kind of pricey for it.
Might be more. It might be less.
But Claudel, right? You got to speak. Like I said, remember that joke? Quarter nickel dime. Quarter nickel dime. Or you put it. You got to say, hey, and he's going to say the same things too.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is, what people have gotten is, if this ain't this and this ain't this, and they got away from, I think we discussed this before, when two people are in love with each other, the love dictates how the sex is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
You know, some other people, oh, JJ, woo, thank you again. Some other people may not approve of that person, but you approve of that person.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hello. I'm speaking to JJ.
That's why you can't get caught up on what other people want, thinking or want for you.
No, that's why you can't get caught up on not remaining in your own thought, in your own mind and heart.
With your situation.
See, when you get out of your own mind and heart, that's how you creep over to other people's thoughts. But when you remain in yours, it ain't no creeping over into anybody else's.
That's right.
On top of that, you could be mad at somebody. Like I could be mad. I'm just talking smack. I could be mad and turn off my porn and we go in the bedroom.
Well, you could be mad. You could be mad and leave it
on.
You
need to stop.
JJ, you could be mad. JJ, leave it on and invite them to the couch as well.
Invite them to watch it with you.
Yeah, I can invite you, but I might want to keep it to myself. We can watch a completely different one in the bedroom.
You can ask them to invite you with you, and they may say no, and then you just keep on watching it. Then I mean, that's
because there's somebody on that video you know already, and you don't want to share. But you don't want to share that person with the one you with.
I might not want to share that person that night. I might want to.
You can't.
Myself.
You can't have Starlight tonight. Starlight is for me only.
Yeah, that's mine. That's mine.
Starlight is mine.
Right.
For the most part, you know, you want to include your mate. I mean, you guys, you want to always be mindful of your mate. I mean, some people do certain things in the dark. I mean, I don't know. Some men probably do what they do, and they women never know with their little movies or whatever. And women got their little toys, and they don't always tell him that they use the toys because he worked overtime for 5 days and he didn't give her nothing. You know, I mean, people got what they do. But I'm just saying, on a regular, when somebody's walking in and seeing you kind of focused on somebody else like that, it's all bad. It's all bad on a regular basis, you know. And you're with somebody, you gotta come together and do most of your things together. You know, you may have a toy or two that your man never knew about, never will know about. You got it on reserve, you know. what I'm saying? You just may. Some women got some stuff on reserve, and when he get to acting a fool, they just gone and $49.99. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Some
That's
people,
a that's an
some women even
emergency
got
fire
names for their
extinguisher.
Yeah, the fire extinguisher. They was like, okay, he tripping. Okay, where's Bob? Bob don't talk back. Bob just need to have some fresh batteries. Bob is right there in the drawer. Bob, come on over here.
That's right.
And that's how it go. And some people,
She's cheating. But you know what that song says? She's cheating.
it don't mean she's cheating.
She even said in her song, but I got my B.O.B.
B.O.B. my Bob.
because he got sent to the thing, battery operated boyfriend.
Battery operated
And
boyfriend.
that song
Now, where
says,
y'all think I got Bob from?
she was
What?
cheating. She was cheating.
Don't be thinking I don't be knowing what's going on out here in the world, because I be knowing.
That's the jam right there.
Well, they're involving the robots. I wanted to add that part to the mix.
I don't nobody need no robots in the bedroom. Come on now, really, please.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
I
really.
agree with it. We saw iRobot.
You ever see that show
I
Upload?
do not let my man bring a robot in the middle of us. I'm gonna say I need to call John George. John George, can you come get him? He needs to be evaluated 5150.
He might come in roboting.
No, I'm not. Don't. I wish.
Oh,
I
they're
wish.
making them look human-like. They're making them look human-like and everything. They talk to you and stuff. They put AI with it. They trying to really make these robots.
I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of
Well, you
scary.
gotta
I
be
mean, because
careful with that metaverse.
Why do you even need a man then?
Or a woman.
Or a
This
woman?
seems like
Why? You might as well just, hey.
If somebody did marry their robot.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Next show, JJ, have that story for us. We'd like to talk about that. I'm gonna hold you to that. Ladies and gentlemen, grown folks, this is the Table Talk with Donna Smith and her lovely panel, Gareth and JJ, and Making It Happen, John and Cordell. You guys have been a bomb tonight. I appreciate you. You are the best panel, I tell you. You guys just bring the fire. Sometimes you have my hair go boing. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, our next show, I believe, Sunday. The Niners have an early game on Sunday. I think they play at 1 something again, right? Yes, I think so. I think they play at 1 something. So we're going to be good to do us. That'll be December 4th. We'll be able. Yeah, December 4th, we do a 7:30 show. It will give you guys time to see your game, get your dinner ready, get yourself together and comfy so you can come on here and have some fun. And I apologize if I sent the link out a little later than usual. I thought I had sent it Friday, but I do apologize. But I want to let you guys know you are appreciated. Thank you for being a part of what we do. Like, share, subscribe, you guys. And out there, viewing audience, please send me a response to how you like the show. If there's anything you would like me to discuss, inquiring minds want to know, feel free to email me, dgrier12,000@yahoo.com. Also, remember to go to Amazon. Please get my book, Seduction of the Hidden Diva by Donna Smith. And actually, this wonderful, wonderful cover is done by JJ Shepard, which did a wonderful job. And he will also be working with me on my next book that I'm currently working on. So thank you guys. Please support a sister on Amazon and go to cdbaby.com, Lady D and Donna Smith. Check out my poetry and music. I'm going to see you guys next week on the 4th, 7:30 p.m. right here doing what we do. Ain't that right, panel?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.